In today's fight news, we start off with Ariel Helwani stating on an episode of the MMA Hour that the UFC 303 Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler event is still, quote-unquote, very much in limbo. Helwani says that the UFC is reaching out to fighters, trying to secure a plan B just in case. With all the recent speculation about UFC 303, bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley posted on his X account that he'd be willing to fight Jake Paul in order to save the event. While on an episode of the MMA Hour, Chael says that it's going to be hard for the UFC to replace Conor McGregor, stating, "There are certain things that you could do to ease the blow, but make no mistake, there is only one Conor McGregor." Chael also points out that the current gate for UFC 303 is at 23 million. He says this means that it's not even sold out yet, and the potential for the gate earnings could go through the roof. Ahead of his upcoming boxing match with rival Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen tells Ariel Helwani that in the past when they fought, he thought that he'd be able to make him quit, and he said he learned really fast how tough the Spider really is. Speaking of Anderson Silva, while he was a guest on the MMA Hour, he told Ariel Helwani that he looks at Chael Sonnen as the grandmaster of trash talk, saying that he paved the way for a whole nother era of fighters in the UFC. Silva also confirmed on the MMA Hour that his fight against Chael Sonnen is not a retirement bout. Ahead of this weekend's boxing match between the two rivals, Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen faced off ahead of the matchup. During the press conference for the boxing match, Chael Sonnen, in true form, took off his shirt and said the following, "I'm gonna let you ladies see one last time what a real man is all about. 217 perfectly woven pounds." On to boxing as Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin went at it today at the press conference ahead of this weekend's championship fight. During the press conference, Davis called out Frank Martin about his jewelry, stating, "Take that sponsored jewelry off. That is not yours." The two fighters went back and forth when it came to the subject of their past sparring session. Throughout the entire press conference, both Davis and Martin were steadily talking back and forth to each other. The two fighters had to be separated at the final face-off as Gervonta Davis tried to punk Frank Martin by making him flinch. When Tank was asked about possible rematches with former opponents Ryan Garcia and Isaac Cruz, Davis said that he's open to fighting both fighters. He said that he'll probably fight Garcia again at 140 pounds. When asked about the possible super fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, former Crawford opponent Errol Spence said the following, "If Crawford wants to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. I'm with it. I'd be going for Bud. I don't know if he'd win or lose, but if anyone can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness." After his recent submission win at the UFC Louisville event, Raul Rosas Jr. spoke to Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour, during which he said that during his time on the Contender Series, he and his family did not even have a bed or a couch to sleep on. Rosas Jr. also says that he intends to be the youngest champion in UFC history. While on an episode of his YouTube channel, former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya said the following, "People are always like, I hope you get the belt back. I hope you get the belt back. Like, I got belts. I don't need any more belts. I'm coming for hands." Middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis says that if Khamzat Chimaev can beat Robert Whittaker, that he would love to fight him next. Du Plessis also says that if Whittaker can get past Khamzat, this doesn't automatically give him a title shot. He says he would like to see him versus Sean Strickland for the #1 contender fight. Lastly, we finish with some fight updates, as Marcin Tybura will be taking on Sergey Spivak on the UFC Vegas 95 card on August 10th. And Denis Buzukja will be taking on Danny Silva on the UFC event on August 24th. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this content, like and subscribe.